Hey everybody, Ron from Ron Cichlids. Today's Tuesday, June 2nd. Been up here for a couple days working on the building. Dad had surgery today. I'm just getting home. Just cleaned up a little bit. Got to head back to Florida really early tomorrow. Got to take care of orders and shipments and stuff. So thank you everybody for being patient. I was expecting to be home, but Pop's surgery got changed. It's supposed to be 10:15 this morning. It was supposed to be Friday, and then it's supposed to be 10:15 this morning. They didn't even get him in there until 2 o'clock. So long day. I'm sore, I'm tired, but let's do a walk through the building and you guys can see what we accomplished this weekend. A lot of cutting, a lot of gluing. So we've got water installed. So this is the right side of the building. This is the left side. My dad built all the, everybody's been wondering, how are you putting the fish tanks on top of the vats? Well, there's these stands basically that Dad built that will hold 475s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Most of this is already set and glued. So here we are down the middle. So up here you'll see we got 1-inch pipe. 1-inch pipe here comes down, goes across for these end tanks, and then comes to an end cap. The rest of the system is a loop system. So the air and the water are right there. Air is the 2-inch. 1 is the 1 inch is the water. So ball valves are in here for future expansion for the other parts of the building. Air and water will be on a loop system. So this air and water will go all the way down. It will connect to the next section, and then once again another valve for the other section. So this side right now only has the water. So you can see the 1-inch pipe. There's the 2-inch up there. The air will bring it down to 1 inch for all the air stones. So except for the end ones, these are all 8 foot. So it comes down. You can see the closed, basically like a closed loop all the way across. And then same thing down here. It comes down. So water will be right there on the bottom. And then the air will get the air will come and stack right here. So everything will be right in front of us. So this side, we've only got the water done. There's a whole bunch of work. You can't imagine how much cutting and gluing for every single one of those pipes are. I got the air manifold done. We're going to end up having 2 pumps. So blower number 1 comes in here. Blower number 2 is going to come in there. And then these are all the individual on-offs for each one of the zones, kind of like a sprinkler system basically. So this will be the future expansion, which is the other building when we build it, and then this is zone 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're gonna have 4 zones in here, 1 along this wall, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 along that wall. The back wall will be fish tanks as well. AC guys came today. They did the initial hookup of the AC. They got to come back out and do the duct work down the middle. Going to get an industrial box type duct work. We got the water manifold. We created a water manifold and got that in. We went with an 80 micron filter in line because we are a well. So we want to get all that sediment out. Once again, same thing, manifold system. Zone 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is for the other building when we do the other building. Of course, a spigot. You have to have a spigot, basically. Right now, the air and the water aren't hooked up to where they have to go. That's that's a next trip. We didn't realize how much work we were getting into. So this will kind of show you what the air is going to do. So all the way up there, I'll try to zoom in. The water is the 1-inch line. Air is 2 inch. So the air will come down and then it'll actually go in between the water, come down, we'll go to a loop back to the fish tanks, towards the front, excuse me, and then it'll come down and then it'll end up sitting on top. So the water will be on the bottom, air will sit on top. We did bring some fish up with us when we came up the other day and put them straight in the well water. So there's the manganos. They're doing very, very well. It was cloudy for a few days and it's cleared up really nice, and we got a little bit of algae sediment growing in there, so I'm happy to see that. We're experimenting right now with some lights I had left over. Those are the like a Reef Glow blue, red, green. We may use that for our sunrise sunsets. We're experimenting with that. Yeah, we're blowing through connectors like it's nobody's business. There's all the empty containers of... Let's go outside real quick. So I know a lot of people were asking me, what are you going to do about the blower? The blower's out in the open. It's, you know, what about rain, whatever. We got a fix for that. So the wells... I moved the wellhead over, not wellhead, I'm sorry, the tank over. This is where it comes up into the building, goes to the manifold. So there's the water. Like I said, AC was hooked up today. They're going to come out and fix it because apparently the guy's eye was pretty crooked. I don't think he has a level to save his life. But this is what Dad built. It's not done yet because he had his surgery today. He's got to build some doors for it, but very nice outdoor enclosure. It's going to have double doors right here for access. That's where both blowers will be. This is blower number 1. Oh, got to take that off. That's for my bleed valve. And then the other blower will be right here. So switching back over. That's it for this week, guys. I wish I could have got more accomplished, but between my body and my brain and everything else, I'm done. I've got 4 bulge discs in my back. They're not happy. A couple days ago, when we first got up here, there were some kittens in our wood pile, so we rescued them. Those little turds have to be fed like every 4 hours. So for anybody who's ever bottle fed a small animal, every 4 hours it doesn't match up with your schedule at all. But they're cute little squirts. Probably just come home for a couple of days and come right back up here again. There's just a lot of work that needs to be done, and we can see the finish line in sight. And because of that, we can't stop. Regardless what our bodies are telling us, we can't stop. We've got to get this done. So appreciate all of you guys. Hopefully next time I do a video, we will have the water running and going into the tanks. We should have the drains done by then. I would like to say we ran out of time this weekend, but we didn't. It was just a lot more work than we thought. Next trip we should have the air going, probably the water going, and I would say 2 or 3 more trips from now, we're good to go. We should be ready to start bringing fish up. The rest of the facility won't be built out until all of the fish are moved up here and I'm a little more permanent up here where I've got more free time. But that's it. I'm gonna sign off. Thank you guys for your support and everything. Love you all, and see you soon.